Hey everybody, this is going to be a two-part series, and in this series we are going to refurbish my Octatrack two ways. One, we are going to replace all the keycaps, all the buttons, and then in part two we're going to replace the screen. We're going to replace the screen because I got a little burn in. I'm not even sure how that happened since we have the auto off feature of the screen, but nonetheless I do have some mild burn in, so that's going to be the more monumental task there, replacing the screen. But with our buttons, the stickiness kind of wears off. It has kind of a, I don't know, this velvety kind of grip to it, and over time it just wears off and scuffs. It's scuffed really a lot here on my copy button. And when it first started happening, it happened on my function button, which I hold down a lot when I'm editing samples and previewing. And I thought there was like nasty something on there or dead skin, and I actually scratched off all the coating before I realized that actually that's supposed to be on there. It was just starting to wear off. So we're going to replace all those buttons, hopefully have a nice new look and feel. And then in part two, we'll replace the screen. So first thing first is you need a little Allen key. We need to also pull off all the knobs here. And a slider. And I think this is 30 seconds, 2/34. I don't know. I tried a metric one and it was a little bit loose, but in my set it's the second to smallest one. And recommend a little magnet tray for your screws if you don't have one already. These things are awesome. One of these little bad boys here make a little room so you know where the screws are. All right, and all you need to take off is the 3 across the top and 3 across the bottom. Don't take these off here on the fader. And then once you get inside, there are 2 ribbon cables. So you can either try to get those with your fingernail or you can grab a sponger. And I just noticed that I didn't take my card out. I don't know if you need to or if you should. I feel like maybe I should take mine out just because I'm going to be messing with stuff. Let me grab a spudger real quick. All right, so let's see. Just want to, oh, see that one popped off all by itself. Might be able to grab, oh, didn't even need it. So I was able to just grab those. Real quick, if your Octatrack looks a little different from mine, yes, mine does have a battery inside, so you will not have this cabling or this battery pack in there. All right, we also are going to want to disconnect the fader so that when we take all of these bad boys off there, that we're able to lift the PCB off. And I believe now we need, is this a star bit or is this a hex bit? It is a star bit. All right, got the right size now. So there are quite a few of these here. All right, so now we got all the star bits out of there, and now we should be able to lift the PCB out and have all the buttons. Again, our fader is still there because we did not take the hex screws off the front with the fader, which is a good thing. Obviously, I would encourage you at this point to clean it. If you haven't cleaned it in a while or you haven't had yours open before, just get some compressed air and just get it all cleaned up. Maybe some alcohol if you've ever accidentally spilled something in there, some rubbing alcohol with a Q-tip or a swab. You can see our board is exposed, our buttons are exposed. One little thing I want to mention, just as a preview of the next video, when we go to replace the screen, if you order a screen from Octatrack or you get one, I recommend that you ask to get some of these plastic, I think they're called standoffs for the screen. I actually had my screen before I had my buttons, and when I went to replace it, I realized that I didn't know how to get these out. I'm not sure if there is a non-destructive way to get these out. So I wanted to make sure I had those so that I could reinstall them when I do the screen. But anyway, here we are. Maybe I would recommend doing these one by one so that you don't lose the orientation or forget where they are. I know some of them will be easy to remember and others will not. But we'll go over and take a look at the buttons, and then we'll come back here. All right, so here is the bag of buttons from Electron, and how you want to do this is you want to actually pull up from the top or the bottom. They don't want to come off from side to side, so pull up from the top or the bottom. And I recommend just laying these out and doing them one by one, so you don't lose track of where things are or which ones that you've done. All right, so we got them all on there. Only took a few minutes, just taking my time, doing them one by one, making sure I didn't lose track. I'm excited to see how it looks and feels once we get it all put together. I'm not going to put it together on this video because I still have to swap the screen out, which is going to be on the next video. So if you want to see me put it all back together, look for the next video, which is coming soon, or they might come out back to back here. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to swap the screen. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you learned something, and have a good day. God bless.